Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. For the last few episodes, we've been working on getting these fissile fuel pellets set up. And I did a lot of work with mechanism last episode. Not very well, though. But I think I've got a better setup now. So I've got the chemical oxidizer taking the sulfur dust and putting it right into this machine here. So he is now full of sulfur trioxide and he's backing up on sulfur dioxide. This guy's making the oxygen, and he's dumping his excess hydrogen, and then we'll just put the oxygen in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the other chemical infuser, add the water vapor, and put that in there. So all we have to do is make those things happen. So let's start by testing it. I've got some water vapor in this tank. Let's just dump it for a second and see what happens. So if I did this, it would do that for this tank. Okay, then I've got the sulfur trioxide, and it would do this for that tank. Okay, so I think all my tanks are empty, and I'm not sure I'm going to use them. I'm not sure I'm going to move fluids around just yet, but this will make us the sulfuric acid, and that's the step we were at. So all we have to do is make sure we keep getting water vapor and sulfur trioxide from this guy in there. So we'll run a pipe for the sulfur trioxide right over here. We'll get the water vapor right from this guy. So let's configure him. Items config. Yeah, I didn't know you had items. Okay. Gas config. I want you to not eject, and I want this guy to not eject yet. Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's just importing water. Okay, so I want you on your gases to input the yellow from the right. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's auto extract. That didn't work, did it? I think he was maybe set to the wrong value on this guy. I think he was set to deconcentrating, decondensatrate. There's no way that's the word. There's no way. So let's try this now. So your gases, you are an output, and you are on the left. And you are not making it, but now when you do, you're no longer losing water vapor. But you are losing sulfur trioxide, you are making that. So this implies that you are working as fast as you can. So what if we did this? Yeah, he uses more water vapor now. But once the time in a bottle runs out, or the sulfur trioxide does, whichever comes first, he should start gaining it again. Okay, yeah, now he's gaining it. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, so we now have these basic pressurized tubes, and these may end up going under instead of over, but I'll figure that out later. So let's do the gas config again. I would like this to be on the top. I'd like the output to be on the top. And the output is going to be that guy. So side config gases, output, auto eject. And now we are making sulfuric acid. Cool. That's the next step. Sulfuric acid. So, yellow cake uranium is made by this guy. Hydrofluoric acid needs sulfuric acid. Okay. So we better get the hydrofluoric acid next. That's sulfuric acid plus the fluorite. We need a chemical dissolution chamber. So which one are you? This guy. Okay. So we'll start with this guy. And we need to do the not transport. I don't even know what that means. We're going to clear this and this. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. So we're going to say you don't. It. How did you, what are you? Well, that's weird. That's a weird part of the UI that this is part of my inventory too. That's odd. I guess so you can grab things, put it in here. I guess that makes sense. Never mind. I'm dumb. Okay, the infused types. I don't know what that means yet either. So we're gonna go with gases. So gases, I want you not to eject yet. I would like you to input from the right, and I would like you to output the sulfuric acid to the left. Okay, so you are now full of sulfuric acid, or you will be soon. And if we put fluoride in there, let's just get some to make sure. So I've got, I'm making some automatically. But if we dump this in here, okay, perfect. If we dump this in here, he would get some. Okay, so let's put out of energy cards. Let's just put an energy card in you. Make sure you keep running. And then let's make sure that fluorite stays in here. So let's take a fluorite crystal. And let's say that you are always 8. And then we'll get an item card. You're going to be an insert on channel 1. We need a counting filter. And we will simply place 8 of those fluorites in you at all times. So there we go. Okay. Now we need an item config. So let's make sure items can be input from the back. If I take that, does he put more in there? Okay, why do you get 1? Because I told it to. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. Okay, so let's put the fluorite back. Okay, so now he would make more if he weren't already full on hydrofluoric acid. Alright, we're making progress. Okay, so then we need uranium oxide. We're going to need yellow cake uranium, and we're going to need, that will make that. The hexafluoride requires the uranium oxide and the hydrofluoric acid. So we're going to need this guy to infuse into this, and we're going to need a chemical oxidizer to make the uranium oxide, and then place into a third thing to make uranium hexafluoride. Okay. Let me make sure I've got this all down. Uranium oxide comes from yellow cake. We need this to make this. So our chemical infuser for hydrofluoric acid needs to go here. This guy. Then we need my chemical oxidizer to go on his other side to make this guy. Then we need yellow cake uranium, so we're going to have to make this guy. This is an enrichment chamber. We could probably put that in the other guy, and we don't need to get him exactly right there. Let's see if we can get that working. We have an enrichment chamber somewhere in the system, I believe. We do. Okay, so we could get this with that guy. Okay, let's make a pattern for that. All right, we'll put the pattern into this guy, the enrichment chamber. And let's make some yellow cake uranium. Okay. No. Okay, there we go. I want that. I want that to go away. And I would like you to maintain a stack of this, please. Okay, there we go. So now he'll make me plenty of yellow cake uranium, which we will export into this guy. There we go, yellow cake uranium. Okay, so if we export that into here, so let's get a counting filter. Alright, you're going to need energy. You're going to need an item card. You're going to need to be an insert. You're going to need to have yellow cake uranium. Let's have 8 of you on channel 1. Alright, let's figure out your side config. Okay, items. Please get me input from the back. There we go. Yellow cake uranium becomes uranium oxide. Perfect. Your side config. Please accept orange from there and red from there. We're not going to auto eject the gas yet. Okay. You, my friend, I would like to be an output. Yep, there we go. Okay, so there's uranium oxide. Now we need this hydrofluoric acid. So I think we just need to configure this guy to output. And there we go. We're now putting hydrofluoric acid with that. You need an energy card. And that is making the uranium hexafluoride. Okay, we've got that. Now we can make fissile fuel with an isotopic centrifuge. Uranium hexafluoride makes fissile fuel. Okay, that's this guy. And I think we're going to stick him right there. Let's put an energy... he already has an energy card. Okay. Oh, it goes up there. That's interesting. So... I think we just have to pump this uranium hexafluoride into him. And that should be just some more of these basic pressurized tubes. Alright. Is his top above him? I honestly don't know. Let's play around with the configs a little bit. So, you don't have a top. Okay. What is your input? That is not an input. That is less than ideal, but I'll probably make a change to this anyway, so I think it's going to be okay. Let me try moving this cable beneath the floor. We have a little bit of room to run the cable right there, as long as I don't put a guy there. And I could probably move this as well if I had to, so I think we're okay. I hate multiple cables. Wish we could move the gas with this, but we can't. So let's see here. Side config. Gases. Let's say that the bottom is an input. You now connect. Cool. I like connections. And let's break the floor a little bit so I can see. And you are a output on the bottom. And there we go. And now, this guy makes fissile fuel. Cool. Hey, we did it. Now all I have to do is get a purification chamber of fluorite dust, which we'll have to use in a crusher, and then we'll be done. You are an enrichment chamber. Is that what I want? No, I need one of these guys. I'm not sure why it had me make this guy. What are you? Is there a purification machine? Maybe this guy is my guy. Fissile fuel plus Well, oh, no, there's a machine for this. There's a machine for this. I'm not sure why I had to make this. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just get one of those guys. Is the quest wrong? Did I follow it wrong? I feel like it's wrong here. Well, whatever. We've got 2 billion EMC. Resources, not a problem. Let's make you. Oh, well, that's interesting. So you need one of these to make the chamber. Maybe that's why you need that. Okay, whatever. Alright, so... Okay, so I think we just need to get a transporter... No. A side config going. Gases are going to output to the right, and gases are going to input from the left. Yeah, it's got fissile fuel in there. Okay. And then we just put items in from the back. Okay. So, all we need now is another one of these guys. I need another, what's that thing? Counting filter. Another one of these guys. And let's put you in here. And what is it that I wanted? Fluorite dust. Okay, I want this in here. Let's say we want 8 of them on channel 1, and you can be an insert. We don't have fluorite dust. You make that in a crusher with fluorite, so let's make sure that we get that. So uses and a crusher, yeah, okay. So let's tell it that I want this recipe, and we'll stick you in the crusher, and then I would like to get a bunch of fluorite dust. So, oh, by the way, if I didn't mention it, the reason I had a bunch of crafting going all the time was the pulverizer. He was not fast enough. So now that we've taken sulfur out of here and sped him up, he's handling this pretty well. If we have to make more, we will, but he should be fine for the time being. Okay, we've got some fluorite dust cooking up. I don't know if we're going to run into problems with this, so we're just going to find out, and I will solve the problems as they come up. So there we go. Fluorite dust plus fissile fuel equals fissile fuel pellets. Hey, I think we might be almost there. Let's put the 4 back. Yeah, you too. And what am I missing? This 4? Yeah. I think everything else has to be where it is. Okay, we got that one cable there I don't like. I'll move this cable to the same place so it's under instead of over. But wow, these things are loud. We'll probably do something with that. I don't think these are radioactive or anything. I think we can just take these. So we should just be able to output this into the system with an extract. So let's do that. I don't have any more item cards, so let's get some. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Alright, so let's say that you always are that, always on that, extract. It's going to be max. Okay, there we go. And you're round robin. Alright, so that's a good start for those. Okay, can you output from the back as well as input? You can. Cool. So, do we have fissile fuel pellets? Wow, we do. Okay, so the last step is to tell him only to run if we don't have enough of those. So we need a detector. And I want to say if we have fewer than 64 of these guys, you will run. Not 34, 64. I guess you're getting that kill from somewhere. Okay, so he's running. And there we go. Soon as we have at least 64, we'll stop running. Until then, we won't. Okay, where does that leave us in our quest? We have to get one of these to proceed in the quest. Let's just put one in our inventory. So we can open our quest. We get no results, but here we go. We have to make one of these guys now, which we totally can. I think we'll probably do that in the next episode. But for now, it's wrapping up time. I never thought this day would come. I've actually made the fissile fuel. That took a long time. Rearranging its platform took a lot longer, but this took a long time, and figuring out how to make the gases all work were hard too. Now, do they all need energy upgrades? Yeah, probably. Also, I'm a little bit concerned about our power at the moment, so we are still okay right now. And remember, these guys can still be backlogged, so I'm not too worried about this at the moment. But Mechanism machines can be incredibly power hungry, so I don't want to just jam speed and energy upgrades into them willy-nilly and see what happens. So between episodes, I will fix this guy, and then the whole system should back up as soon as he's done purifying this fissile fuel. So things are, looks like he's pretty much just keeping up as he is. So all these machines are pretty good to just keep going, but we'll have to, see how that works in practice. But yeah, we did it. We're about to make the 4th tier of essence. Hooray! Okay, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, comment, come back next time. More automation. See ya.